Hey, it's Spence from WP Launchify. Today's masterclass is going to be on how to customize the default archive layout in Kadence when you're doing something like a directory. Now, we include all the plugins in the Minute LaunchKit to make it possible to do really cool custom directories like I'm showing you here. Since we want to keep it simple, it's preferential to not go and make a custom element to do the sidebar layout, but at the same time, we want a little more control on what we call the collapse order. That is to say, when we go into mobile, we'd like the search controls, the facet controls to be at top so that it looks proper on a mobile device. Let me show you what I mean. If I use my responsive viewer here tool, we can see in mobile view that it's important to have the controls at the top rather than at the bottom, because that way somebody can search and filter out by a particular country and so forth. Now, the way to make this happen as easy as possible is to, let's get back out of the responsive viewer. We're going to go ahead and use the default archive template that is created by Kadence automatically just because we're using this post type called directory. So let's go back one step. And it's really just a snippet of CSS. That's all that's required. And I'm going to include this in the video. What we are going to do is to look here on the back side. And the way I got to this is to go into the back end of the dashboard under Appearance, Customize, and then we're going to go to the Additional CSS. That's the place to store all of the Kadence custom CSS in one place so that it's not only safe, but it's easy to find for somebody who's working later on the site. We are going to include exactly what I show here. This is set up so that it does not have any specific to a particular post type limitation. However, let's say you have multiple post types and you wanted to restrict that. That's easy enough to do because we can use the specific body class, trying not to get too geeky here, of this post type. Let me show what I mean. If I inspect this page, each of these will have a unique body class that we can use to restrict or limit the CSS to only apply there. Notice here, and let me zoom up a bit, if I look at the body class, there's all kinds of these very specific descriptors. Archive, post type archive, post type archive. Aha! Here's the one that we want. Post type archive directory. That is only going to exist if I am on an archive page for the directory post type. If I wanted to restrict this further, all I would have to do is add that in front of the rules. So for example, if I was looking here, has sidebar content container. We've got has sidebar, and then we've got content container. We have to be very careful with that one because we've already got has sidebar. We could replace that using this body class instead. Make sure you put the period in front of the body class. That's what a class is designated by, a period. An ID is designated with a hashtag. And we can also do this. And we can likewise do this. So I'm replacing this general snippet with the one that's specific to the directory post type. When I refresh the page, it should still work just as it did before. Let's double check. We'll clear the cache using our cache clearing tool, refresh, and then let's go ahead and use our responsive tool to see if it also properly still shows. And it does, so it works fine. So this bit of snippet here, I'll include both of these, will allow you to specifically do it only to one type of post, but not to others. Either way you do it, it's a very quick and simple way. I've tried many other ways of getting this accomplished inside of Kadence. This is the one with the least number of steps. Plus, it's almost impossible for you to break anything with the CSS, whereas with PHP and JavaScript, you can definitely cause some monkey business. I hope this masterclass has been helpful and you'll use it on the way to the next video. I'll see you then.